stark situation at Eskom. To put it in a nutshell, a big black hole is getting bigger. So Eskom's saying that it cannot make enough money every month to meet its operational costs and debt costs. Now, if you think of an individual, Eskom is living on credit cards is a way of looking at it, even using credit to pay for those credit card debt. It's an incredible situation, and Eskom really counts for the entire country. It cannot grind to a halt. That would mean the South African economy would grind to a halt. So we are expecting some sort of bailout that's already been hinted at to be announced in the budget speech. In the meantime, Moody's has warned that the system will be constrained for about 5 years at least. That means some sort of load shedding is possible. We're currently at stage 3. That means 3,000 megawatts rotationally load shed at any given time. How do we deal with this? Abongile Dumako is in studio with some load shedding tips. Take it away, Abongile.
Certainly. Good evening, Francis Head. And of course, South Africans continue to grapple with load shedding that continues to be implemented by our power utility Eskom. Let's take a look at some of those tips that one can sort of look out for when it comes to making it a point that at least you understand what's happening in around the country, what you need to do to actually survive, you know, electricity challenges that we are facing. Point number one that appears here, just make sure that at least you put your reminder or your time schedule in as far as when will it be implemented in your community. Put it in your fridge so that you can be able to work according to that schedule when it comes to making the point that at least you know what to do and not what not to do. And of course, you must have good backup batteries at home to actually make it a point that your cell phones are charged, you know, your generators work well, and of course you are able to continue to survive at home during these dark times. And of course, if your budget does allow, you can always get your portable generator, which will be able to help you do your house chores like your cooking, like your charging your cell phones, and of course boiling water at home. And of course, you can just avoid at all costs to constantly opening your refrigerator at home, because if you keep it closed, it could last you until overnight, to make it a point at least tomorrow morning when you prepare to go to work, everything is actually spick and span, and of course everything remains cold and not rot. And of course, you make sure that your chargers, as I was saying just earlier on, you've got your car charger in the car, so that when you drive back home, you're going from work, you are able to charge your phone or your iPad in the car, so that at least you are able to, when you get home, continue with your homework with the kids, and of course you do your extramural activities at home, but looking at the fact that maybe if you have challenges when you have to take your work home, and you're able to, be able to do all those things. But on a lighter note, though, some of the things that you can always do, just to make it a point that you don't feel that much of a pinch when it comes to this load shedding that we are experiencing in the country, you simply just need to have a braai. Sit at home with friends, family, have a braai instead of your traditional cooking in the kitchen, your traditional preparing for supper and things like those. Just sit around, the fire with your family, bond with your family members there around that fire, and of course make it a point that you chit-chat and you are able to, have that bonding time with your family. And finally, maybe I should consider this one as well. Just sit outside and watch the stars with your bae and see if won't nature help you create that bond between the two of yourselves. Well, that's about it from myself. Load shedding is here to stay. We don't understand. We hope it's not going to stay that long, so that I can be able to go back to our daily life. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Some are arguing that they will just switch off the lights and the candles and create that bond. Here you go. Thank you so much.